We've been working in App Store optimization and keyword promotion for 10 years now, and I've personally been in this niche for more than 5 years. And if to be honest, it's been quite a journey. According to some statistics, in some categories on Google Play and App Store, almost 60-70% of organic traffic comes directly from the search. Almost 80% of search traffic goes to the application, occupying top one for the keyword. So for us, keyword promotion, it's not just a tactic. Nowadays, it's kind of a foundation for getting organic traffic. I started seeing real life examples. There were apps that didn't spend huge amounts on paid acquisition, but still these apps grew impressively because they invested in organic growth, and actually they focused on keywords. You could just add many keywords in your text metadata, run a few keyword promotion campaigns, and still see good results. But for now, the situation is completely different, the approach is completely different, and the competition is much higher nowadays than it was, for example, 5 years ago.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Tech Unplugged. And today we have something really special lined up. We are diving deep into the world of App Store optimization with Elena Vedmedenko, who's the head of business development at Keyapp, a Ukrainian product IT company that's been mastering mobile app promotion and organic user acquisition for a full decade now. We're talking about a company that's helped thousands of apps climb the organic rankings across 115 plus countries through advanced search optimization tools and keyword-based promotion strategies. Today, we are focusing on what really matters for sustainable app growth: ASO, keyword optimization, and how to build organic traffic that actually converts and sticks around. So whether you're a solo developer launching your first app and wondering how to get discovered organically, or you're running a mobile team trying to figure out sustainable growth strategies beyond paid acquisition, this conversation will give you insights straight from the trenches of App Store algorithms. So let's dive in. Elena, fantastic to have you here.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's a pleasure for me as well.
So your role at Keyapp puts you at the forefront of organic app growth. You're helping clients navigate the complex world of App Store algorithms and keyword promotion strategies. So take me back to the beginning. Was there a specific moment when you realized that sustainable app success really comes down to mastering organic discovery rather than just throwing money at paid acquisition? And how did that realization shape Keyapp's approach to app promotion?
Yeah, sure. First of all, once again, thanks so much for having me here today. And if to talk about our company in general, that's needed to mention that we've been working in App Store optimization and keyword promotion for 10 years now, and I've personally been in this niche for more than 5 years. And if to be honest, it's been quite a journey, and during this time, we have seen so many changes in algorithm, in strategies, and in how in general developers approach the app growth. So I think the moment I really understood that sustainable app success comes from organic discovery, not just big paid budgets for paid acquisition, was when I started seeing real life examples. There were apps that didn't spend huge amounts on paid acquisition, but still these apps grew impressively because they invested in organic growth, and actually they focused on keywords, on visibility in the stores, on the app ranks for different keywords, and the results actually I saw were really inspiring. And that's why at Keyapp we built the approach around helping clients to find this let's say sweet spot, and we do not just run the campaigns of keyword installs. We guide the clients on choosing the keywords, on planning the promotion for the right regions, and in general on understanding how the algorithm work, so the clients could get long-term results and not just short spikes in the number of organic traffic like they use. So for us, keyword promotion, it's not just a tactic. Nowadays, it's kind of foundation for getting organic traffic, because we all know that actually competition both in Google Play and App Store are extremely high nowadays.
I mean, that's super insightful. When you talk about the approach, how has the approach to ASO changed over the past few years? So, let's say we're not just talking about the algorithm updates here, but the
Mhm.
fundamental shift in how developers and marketers think about organic growth, like you said. What strategies that maybe worked 3 to 4 years ago are completely obsolete now, and new opportunities have emerged that most people are just sort of still missing out on?
So first of all, it's needed to change that ASO has really changed, and we do not talk only about the changes in the algorithm, but like the whole mindset around organic growth is different nowadays. Like a few years, I'm sorry, ago, you could just add many keywords in your text metadata, run a few keyword promotion campaigns, and still see good results. But like for now, the situation is completely different, the approach is completely different, and the competition is much higher nowadays than it was, for example, 5 years ago. And that's why nowadays, like keyword stuffing or just focusing on the one popular high volume keyword usually just wastes time of app developer and of course sometimes the budget. So today it's about the balance of quality product, different approaches to Google Play, to App Store, and that's needed to be strategic. You cannot just use like only high volume keywords. You need to use the mix of different keywords, and you need to think the way that that's needed to attract not just more users but attract the right users for your application. And nowadays in general, both ASO and keyword promotion cannot be separated from the product anymore, because if creatives review some metrics a week, like keyword promotion won't be a magic pill that will solve all the problems of the developer. So another big change in ISO is that nowadays it's kind of a constant process, and you have to test, you have to watch trends, and of course you need to update regularly, and of course to adapt to the market and to the store you work with, because what works in Google Play doesn't work on App Store.
Okay. So, coming to App Store and the evolution, recently Apple's 2025 algorithm updates have created quite a stir in the ASO community. We've seen significant changes, including search list freezes, the introduction of App Store tags from WWDC 2025, and AI powered natural language search queries. So, from your front row seat at Keyapp, how have these specific 2025 updates actually impacted keyword promotion strategies? And are we talking about minor tweaks to existing approaches, or did Apple really shake the entire ASO game?
So first of all, like 2025, so really hasn't been just small tweaks from Apple, and it's been a pretty big shift. Like first of all, we are talking about the freezes, and if to talk about the freezes in some details, that's kind of typical situation for Apple when they just freeze the search list, and like the applications do not move higher, or just the positions are so stable. And we usually observe such situations on Apple before some products presentations and so on. So for them that's naturally, but for them that's naturally when this freeze lasts for a week or two. But this year we observed the situation when this freeze lasted for almost 2 months. So that's already the difference, and in such situations that's needed to adapt to this reality and actually to be strategic. So to think in advance which strategy and how in general the ASO and keyword promotion may influence the application after the freeze is finished. At the same, there are some other updates regarding App Store optimization, and actually, we observed a lot of them on the Worldwide Developers Conference held by Apple. First of all, we are talking about App Store tags, I believe, because they are directly connected with the text metadata, and the implementation of such tool of apps discovery for users actually tells us the data that tags are extremely important for indexation, for promotion, for optimization, and that's needed to be strategic, so to show that your application is relevant for particular search requests on App Store. At the same time, we should understand that both Apple and Google will implement artificial intelligence everywhere in all their services, and that's what Apple does for now. And we are talking about some more natural language search requests, and already now in some countries, basically in the United States, that's already possible to use the keyword recommend me the app for Spanish learning, instead just learn Spanish. And previously, before artificial intelligence, for such long keywords, there were no apps in the search list. So such keywords didn't exist. And now we actually see that they exist, and users for sure will use them in the future. So that's something like artificial intelligence directly on the store. But no matter like which changes we observe, anyway, there will be the organic traffic, and there will be organic users who still go to the store to discover some applications through search, through browse, explore. And that's why it's needed to remember the fact that, anyway, despite all the changes, all the developers will be forced to work with organic users acquisition.
Okay, so building on that, let's also talk about something that's crucial but often overlooked: the importance of tailoring your promotion strategies to maybe specific platforms. So, most developers, like you specified in the beginning, treat Google Play and App Store the same way, which is a massive mistake. So, could you walk us through the key differences between optimization on the App Store and Google Play? And how do these platforms respond differently to keyword promotion? And what does that mean for a campaign strategy?
First of all, Google Play and App Store are completely two different worlds when it comes to App Store optimization and when it comes to keyword promotion. And treating them the same is so big mistake. First of all, when we are talking about optimization on Google Play, you have got a lot more fields to work with keyword optimization. So there is more room for experiment. While on App Store, the number of fields is lower and each word counts. So you need to understand which words you can add to your optimization of title, subtitle, keyword field. At the same time, that's needed to mention that Google Play and App Store are different in the speed of working. It's in simple words, but we are talking about indexation, for example. Under indexation, I mean that the application is getting visible in general for some search requests, like it can be found in top 250, because the search list on Google Play and App Store consists of 250 applications, and the index on Google Play can take 1, 2, 3, sometimes 4 weeks. And you just update the metadata, and you need to wait like 3 weeks if the Google will index the application. While on Store, all the processes are extremely fast, and if you're talking about metadata update, you just need to wait a couple of days and you will already notice the first keywords index. So it's about the speed, and actually this fact is observed in optimization, in keyword promotion, and in the result brought by optimization and promotion. And regarding the metrics, for example, Google Play and App Store are completely different as well, because for Google Play, it's important to see that the application is used, has a high conversion rate, high engagement, retention, good rating, positive reviews, and only such applications can really achieve top positions for some top volume keywords, because in most cases, of course, Google Play pays attention to this, and they need to make sure that they can trust this application. But on App Store, the situation is different, and like the top position is usually occupied by the application that has the highest number of keyword installs for the particular search request. And actually it influences our work as well, because for Google Play we need to promote for longer periods of time, sometimes during week 10 days, while on App Store, when of course freezes are absent of the search list, we can just run the campaign with keyword installs and already see the increase in the ranks in a couple of days. So they are different, and that's why we usually, first of all, pay attention to the store our client works with, and we start the conversation with the question: do you work on Google Play or App Store? Because we need to understand how to build this strategy.
Okay, so that's like the initial building of any sort of a promotional campaign. So, apart from that, every app is different as well, and cookie cutter approaches do not work. So, regardless of whether it's App Store or Google Play, every app is different, and cookie cutter approaches do not work. How do you define an effective promotion strategy based on three critical factors: keyword selection, target region, and app category? What's your framework for analyzing these variables and creating a tailored approach? And also, if you could give us a specific example of how the same app might need a completely different strategy in different regions and categories.
So, first of all, when we are building a promotion strategy, we always start with the keyword difficulty. Like, the more popular the keyword, the more installs you will need, and the longer period of time that's needed to run the campaign. So, actually, that influences the budget as well. Of course, competitive keywords are tricky because so many apps are competing for those top positions, and here is the reality: even some big well-known apps run keyword promotion to get top positions and to keep top positions, because the competitiveness nowadays is extremely high, and like there are many millions of applications both in Google Play and App Store. And of course, with less popular long tail keywords, the competition is much lower. So you can reach good positions with smaller volumes and like shorter campaigns. At this time, we pay a lot of attention to the region. Of course, we do understand, like in any marketing, like tier one countries are much more competitive than some other countries. Like if we compare the promotion in the United States and let's say in Sweden or Mexico, the promotion in the United States will take longer time, higher budget, and in our case, more keyword installs. Because I will be honest, everyone, if the application is not country targeted, would like to get top positions in the United States. And I believe the same is with paid acquisition. So, of course, the attention to this. For example, we worked with the application for photo editing, and like they had a list of countries they would like to include the positions for, and of course there was the United States. And for us, we need to mention that the United States is competitive. Of course, the client decision if they go with the promotion of particular region, because it also influenced by all the marketing activity they do. But for the same keyword, we worked with the keyword photo editor app. Like there was a set of keywords, but let's discuss this one. And in the United States, we spent approximately 1 month for Google Play to achieve top three, because like the improvement was really slow. Of course, we have also our own strategies to proceed with the promotion to make it natural, and that in general Google Play is quite slow. But working with the same keyword in Chile, we achieved top position, like I believe faster than in a week. So here is the difference, and it should be accepted by the developer as well. At the same time, we also need to understand that category influences. So there are some overcrowded categories where there are a lot of apps, and of course, keyword promotion there will be not so easy. But in some categories, you still can use low volumes, low budget, and get top positions. That's why, based on the keyword difficulty, on the category, on the region we work with, we do not use the same approach to different applications, to different keywords in general. Like, we need to keep in mind that all these factors influences the promotion, and sometimes, unfortunately, developers do not pay attention to this, and they can just prove the budget but see result, they get frustrated and start to think that this tool doesn't work. But they just need to accept, let's say, kind of reality that the promotion is different, and what worked in Sweden won't work in the United Kingdom, for example. So the approach should be different to different keywords, and that's a kind of base, something like this.
So in some countries, you might have to be more patient than in other countries.
Yeah, for sure. And like to take more actions and
Mhm.
get top positions. And of course, like to build the promotion strategy step by step more efficiently, I would say.
Mhm. So this brings me to something that could be a little direct. There are other ASO tools and services out there. What's the top reason why specialists must choose Keyapp over competitors? And is it the decade of experience, the specific technology you've built, the results you deliver, or something else entirely? What makes Keyapp's approach fundamentally different from what else is available in the market?
So first of all, when people ask me why they should choose Keyapp over anyone else, I always start with the fact that we are doing keyword promotion for 10 years. So actually, we have really long experience, and at the time we've promoted thousands of apps, like big brands and the projects, completely new launches, and we've seen every possible scenario both in Google Play and App Store. And that experience really shapes how we work, because we do not just give you keyword installs and wish you luck. We've built an entire ecosystem around keyword promotion. Of course, we do keyword installs, that's the core, but we also help with app reputation management. So you're building ratings and rankings together. At this time, the whole process happens inside our platform, where you can set up campaigns, track positions, and see exactly how things are moving in real time. We also give our clients the set of free App Store optimization tools. And you may know there are so many ASO platforms nowadays, and some of them are focused more on App Store optimization analysis. We have such tools as well. Like, we provide the possibility to check the keyword suggestions, to check the live search results, to check the app ranks for any keywords in any country, to check the keyword traffic, keyword popularity, and all these tools are actually for free. You can just create an account and use them, because again, like, our main service is keyword promotion, keyword install, so to get top positions in the search. At the same time, we have a lot of offers, usually like bonuses, discounts. We have referral programs. So if you are not an app marketing business, but you know someone working with applications, you can just go to our platform, create an account, use the referral link, and get the earnings from us directly to your wallet, not only on a platform but for your personal usage. And as we understand that keyword promotion is not a kind of broad field, and not anyone knows about this tool, we also built the department of customer support, and what's more important, account managers who can help you with strategy, plans, keyword suggestions, with the work on the platform if you do not understand some functionality, for example. So you are never alone on our platform. And in the end, I think what makes us different is that we combined educate real world experience with the tools, services, personal support to actually make keyword promotion to work long term and not just for a few months. And it's not about a quick spike, it's about building visibility, keeping it. And that's what exactly our platform is designed for.
And digging a little deeper into the kind of strategies you use, how do you determine the optimal mix of high volume competitive terms, mid tier keywords, and narrow long tail opportunities? And how should this balance shift based on factors like app maturity, budget, and competition level? And also, like, when does it make sense to pursue top competitive keywords versus maybe focusing on easier wins? And finally, what are the most common mistakes you see in targeting competitive keywords? And also, how can they be avoided?
I think the first thing to understand that there is no perfect mix of keywords that work for any application. It always depends on where the app is right now, what budget you have, and how competitive your niche is. Of course, with high volume competitive keywords, you're usually fighting against the biggest players in your category. Such keywords are of high popularity, great for visibility, of course, they are great for organic traffic acquisition, but they take more installs, more time, and of course, higher budget to break into top ranks and of course to stay there. That's why we usually recommend starting with a blend like mid, the keywords of middle and low popularity, despite like the fact that popularity is lower than of high volume keywords. Even such search requests can bring organic traffic, especially if this is, for example, suggested keyword from Google Play or App Store. So usually what we see, our customers are scared to work with the keywords of lower popularity because they believe that such search requests won't bring organic traffic, and it doesn't work like this. Even such keywords can bring organic relevance, sometimes even more relevant to users. And of course the promotion for such search requests will be faster and will require less installs. Anyway, even the promotion of such search request in general increases the app visibility, and that's why store algorithms start to trust the application more. That doesn't mean that you cannot work with high volume keywords. That's just needed to mix the keywords of different popularity so to be able to spend more time on promotion of high volume keyword, and in this time you can achieve top position for some lower keywords and get a solid user base from this search request. So for example, if you work with meditation app, the keyword meditation is a super high volume keyword and it's expensive to promote and it's crowded with a lot of competitors. But meditation for sleep or guided meditation app might be either to start with, and they can start to bring organic traffic faster while you are doing the promotion of the main keyword. In our case, it's meditation. Of course, the balance shifts as the app matures. Like a brand new app might lean more toward mid and long tail keywords. So such app can get rankings and visibility sooner. But once you build a solid base and improve metrics, for example, if you work with Google Play, you can start targeting those big, high volume, competitive search requests. One of the biggest mistakes I see is when developers are going straight for the hardest keywords on day one of their way in keyword promotion. Like they pour their entire budget into top terms, they see slow or like they see the absence of improvement in positions, of course they give up because they don't understand that for them this promotion doesn't work. But it's not the reality. Like they could just start it with the keywords of lower popularity and see the result, and then understand that actually the promotion of different keywords differs as well. So the mistake to avoid, make sure that you actually check all the possible keywords for promotion, and you do the mix of keywords when you set the promotional campaigns. And in some cases the algorithm even reacts better when you promote such mixes of keywords together.
Yes, so another mistake that I feel people are making is they lose patience and so they just run out of budget
Yeah.
to actually optimize the strategy later on.
Yeah, they need to optimize the strategy and to understand which keywords are actually relevant for them and
Right.
why they can promote some other search request, not only one popular, the most popular
Hmm.
search request in this niche. So yeah.
Right. Which gets me to the heart of how Keyapp service works. How do keyword installs actually influence store algorithms? What's happening behind the scenes? So, when you run a keyword based promotion campaign, how do these algorithms interpret and respond to this activity? So, basically, how do Google and Apple respond differently to keyword promotion, and how are they really responding?
So when we're talking about keyword installs, keyword promotion, we are basically talking about sending very clear signal to the store algorithm about your app's relevance for a specific search term. So in our case, we do this with the keyword promotion. So here how it works, if to talk like in simple words. The keyword is typed on Google Play or App Store in the search bar. Then we check the search list, find your application, go to application page, and download the app. In such a way, if you do this process consistently, so if you use, for example, keyword promotion of a particular period of time, the store starts to associate your app more strongly with this keyword, and in such a way the algorithm reacts and the position increases. And of course, the higher the position is, the more visible the application to organic users. Because even we as a users, when we go to Google Play or App Store and type like meditation app, we usually do not scroll the search list till the end to check the application on the rank 250. Usually we pay attention to maximum top 3 top 5 applications, and according even to statistics, in games category users usually do not scroll lower than the rank 10. So in games you have some more space, but in some other categories you need to be at least in top 3 so to be visible for organic users. And also according to the statistic, and we also observe this statistic, that almost 80% of search traffic goes to the application occupying top one for the keyword. So, that shows us that the competitiveness is high. App Store optimization itself, without adding some additional tools, is not enough to get top positions. And that's why you need to understand which additional tools to use. So, if to give the example, let's imagine you have fitness application and you would like to occupy top position for a fitness app, for the keyword fitness app. So for now the position is 100, so it's a kind of middle of the search list, but still no organic users go to this point. And you need to make the application top 3, so you can just go to our service. You can of course contact our support team, your personal manager, as we usually recommend doing this so we could help with the strategy. Because anyway the platform is self-service, but we know how the algorithm work on Google Play and App Store. And you start to use keyword installs. Of course this strategy depends on the store you work with. Like on Google Play, we use one strategy on App Store, another one. I will like dive into details a little bit now, but still, after the keyword promotion, the application may increase the position to top 5, to top 3, to top 1, depending on your aim. So algorithm reacts and the application starts to get visibility. So when we're talking about the difference, the most important factor to remember that Google Play is slow, App Store is fast. On Google Play, the reaction is quite takes a long period of time. Like usually, developers working with Google Play and keyword promotion for this store, and if that's their first time, they may run the campaign. They may not see the results during the campaign or at once after the campaign, and they get disappointed. But Google Play just needs time. They need time to process all the installs and to show the result. And on their site, like showing of this increase from rank 100 to rank 1 usually takes up to 7 days, while on App Store everything is fast. Like that's my favorite store to work with, because today you add keyword installs for the keyword, tomorrow or a day after tomorrow you already observe top position or the position like higher, because of course we do understand that the position you get depends on the number of installs and the strategy used. So in general, the strategies for promotion differ as well, because for Google Play, we need to work with longer campaigns, like do the increase, like today we do 50 installs, tomorrow 55, 60, 65, and so on, because Google reacts better to this way. While on App Store, like we do not care a lot. Like we set the campaign for 1 2 days, and the next days we already can observe the increase. But that's of course in perfect world we do understand this, because there are some nuances that can be seen already within the promotion, like how to choose the number of keyword installs to use and so on. But anyway, the difference is like this. That's why even in keyword promotion you cannot use the same approach for Google Play and App Store. And the same, of course, with the keywords. The more popular the keyword is, the higher number of installs you will need to get to the top.
Okay, so let's take it back a notch. Let's say we have to launch a campaign. Now, before launching any keyword promotion campaign, what are the key metrics you evaluate? So, from search volume to competition and relevance, what is your framework for determining whether a keyword is worth targeting? And what are the red flags uh, that maybe you could help us with that everyone must avoid?
So first of all, before we start any keyword promotion, we look at some main things connected with the keyword itself. So for us, it's keyword popularity, keyword competitiveness, and keyword traffic. Unfortunately, just going in advance, if there will be some questions, both Google Play and App Store do not provide some official data regarding the keyword popularity and regarding the keyword traffic. So to estimate these numbers, you need to use like ASO platforms like our platform or any other ASO tool you usually use in your daily work with the applications. But still, for us, all these numbers like competitiveness, volume, popularity shows how difficult it will be to work with this particular keyword. So for us, that's about understanding of the strategy, how many installs we are going to use, how long we need to promote this app for this keyword. So we pay a lot of attention to this, and of course we do even like long files with like hundreds of keywords for our clients, where first of all we mention the popularity or the keyword volume or the keyword competitiveness. Basically all these notions are synonyms a little bit. At the same time, we pay a lot of attention to the starting position of the application for the keywords when we start the promotion, because it may seem not so logical, but to promote the application from top 100 for the keywords to top 20 is either than the promotion from top 5 to top 2, because the level of competitiveness is different. Everyone actually competes for top 1, for top 2, for top 3 maximum. That's why it will be easy for you when you start the keyword promotion to get top 20. But then promotion will be changed, and we even first of all, when start work with the particular application and some keywords, the first aim we set, if the positions are low, is to achieve top 20. After achieving top 20, we already going to change the strategy. We will revise the number of installs we use, and we will use the different approach, like it may be high number of installs or shorter campaigns, or we can like add some other core keywords so to support the promotion and to help the algorithm to understand that this app should be promoted by this keyword. If to talk about like red flags, in some sense, for us, the red flag is competitiveness when we are talking about some crowded categories. Like, we don't understand that everyone would like to be top one for the keyword puzzle. Okay, that's perfect. We know that this keyword will bring a lot of organic installs, but we also see, according to the data we have, that the application occupying top one for this keyword is already on this position for several years. So that means that Google has a high level of trust to this application, and most probably, even if we use thousands of downloads, this application will remain on top one, and the application we work with won't achieve the same position. So the competitiveness is such crowded niches is a kind of red flag, and of course you can work with such keywords, we can help to increase the position, but in this case we just talking about the result and about the impact you will get. And of course for us, red flag is when the keyword doesn't have the traffic at all. Of course, we cannot know this for sure because we do not have any official data, but still, while checking with some services and we say that there is zero traffic, of course, there is no sense of investing in such keyword promotion.
That's quite an interesting point that a red flag is probably being too
Yeah.
competitive, directly wanting to jump to maybe the top 3, which is not the healthy approach. You should first maybe focus on a strategy that gets you into the top 20.
Yeah.
So, which brings me into another crucial aspect that we believe maybe it gets overlooked. How does the product itself impact rankings and keyword promotion success? So, when you encounter apps that have great keyword strategies but poor user experience, leading to low conversion rates, how do you approach this challenge? Is there a minimum viable user experience threshold apps need before focusing on keyword promotion?
Honestly, the product itself, so the application we work
Right.
with, can make or break keyword promotion success. Like, you can have the best keyword promotion plan in the future, but if people tap into the app page and what they see doesn't convince them, like poor visuals, unclear value of the product, bad reviews, low rating, they won't download the application. So in such cases, like, we can help to achieve top positions. That's not a problem. We can influence the algorithm, and like maybe there is no sense if to like check on this site, because we need to be sure that application will attract organic users after it achieves top one. So you need to be sure about your product, and especially when you work with high volume keywords, because we spent a lot of time, a lot of installs for such promotion. It's a great pity when then this keyword doesn't convert organic users to the application. Of course, before we run serious keyword promotion, we always check few fundamentals, like the app needs a good rating, that's a must, like ideally 4.0 and higher, and some solid in-app metrics, especially working with high competitive keywords. Of course, the application has to be clear and understandable for the audience. When someone lands on the listing, they should immediately get what the app does, how it helps, and why they should trust this application. So screenshots, icon, description all need to work together so to tell this story just in seconds for organic users. And of course, these basics aren't in place even if we help reach top positions. The results in terms of organic installs may simply never come. So that's why I mentioned that the work should be complex. Like you need to work with product itself, with the app store optimization, with the keywords ranks, with keyword promotion. Of course, on other side, we all also have like paid acquisition. So it's the complex work. Because even if to talk about paid acquisition, just shortly, we need to understand that App Store optimization also influences the paid acquisition because when users go to the page after the ad, for example, on Meta, on TikTok, they need to see like the trustable product.
Right. So at the end of the day, the product has to be the game changer.
Yeah,
Even with the best strategies, if the product is not a game changer, then even when you get it to top rankings, it
yeah,
might not help them.
yeah.
So, and this is why reviews and ratings are super important. And review and rating management is a core at Key Apps, which is a service that you guys provide through SERM. So, how does an app's reputation impact keyword rankings and organic traffic acquisition beyond just generating positive reviews? What's your strategic approach to to sort of managing app reputation, and how does that tie into overall keyword promotion effectiveness?
First of all, from our experience, app reputation is something that often underestimated by a lot of developers until they see how much it affects the results. So negative reviews do not just hurt the app image, they directly lower the conversion rates of the application. And on Google Play, especially, poor rating can even stop the algorithm from letting the application to reach top positions. So no matter how strong the keyword promotion plan is, if something is wrong with the rating, it can be already the problem. So that's why we always say like never underestimate app reputation. First of all, always reply to the reviews, both good reviews and negative reviews, and pay attention to all the nuances like your users mention in these reviews and try to fix everything as soon as possible. So do not just reply thank you for your feedback. We appreciate this, but try to improve the product as well. And of course, like try to attract as many positive reviews as possible. You can do this using different ways, like asking in the application your customers to leave the reviews. You can use our service to get some positive reviews. Like no matter how you get the reviews, there should be positive reviews for the application success. So when the rating is high and when recent reviews are positive, even keyword promotion works much better because the algorithm sees the application and the algorithm starts to trust the application more after like increased rating, getting positive reviews. And from our side, keyword promotion works like faster, better, and give even higher position. So in short, like good reputation, app reputation, doesn't just support like keyword promotion or any other marketing activity. It makes it far more effective.
Okay, interesting. I can think of so many examples where I did not choose to download an app because of
Mhm.
bad reviews, even
Yes.
if it was on top of my search list. And me, after not enjoying an app, not wanting to promote it to somebody else. And the contrary has been true as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That's
right. And let's get into the technical side of keyword optimization in 2025. With all the algorithm changes and increased competition, how has your approach to keyword selection and targeting evolved? So, are you still thinking about high volume competitive keywords versus long tail terms the same way? Or has the strategy fundamentally shifted?
So, if to talk about the keyword strategy in 2025, this strategy feels a lot more dynamic than even a couple of years ago. Like, of course, the basics are still there. We look for the keywords, we look for the most relevant keywords, and for the ones that can bring organic users. By the way, the relevance is extremely important as well of the keywords. So we can help to promote the application to the top even for irrelevant keywords, but there will be no sense because organic users from the search are in high intent mode. They know what they would like to download, and that's why the strategy is more dynamic because you need to distinguish which keywords can really bring organic traffic, and you need to focus your attention not only on high popular keywords. So again, we work with a mix of keywords. We mix high, low, and middle popularity keywords in one promotion setup, in one promotion plan. So if to compare it to previous years, like 3, 4, 5 years ago, there were not so many applications, so the competitiveness was lower. And usually, developers just went with the promotion of the most popular keyword in their niche, and that was fine. Like we achieved top position, so then we got the organic traffic. But nowadays the situation is different, and again you need to mix. So instead, for example, only targeting the keyword like fitness app or workout or something like this, you can also think in the side of keywords like home workout tracker, yoga exercise planner, and so on. And even these keywords bring in more relevant users, like they improve conversion rates and help the algorithm to trust the application. So in 2025, we usually tell our clients not to be afraid of some other keywords combinations. Of course, we usually say, do not worry, we will start working with your keywords, we will add it to the strategy, we will do everything possible, but let's go with the mix and you will see good results as well. Of course, our platform like is self-service, and we see a lot of cases when developers go with super popular keywords, and we need to of course mention that if you would like going this strategy, please pay attention to this, or we can like go with a mix of keywords including these competitive keywords as well, just it will be in the set of this campaign. So something like this, and you need to be more adaptive because there are a lot of changes on the store, and we noticed this during like the 8 months of this year, and maybe in the future there will be even more changes, so you need to follow all of them and of course to react if there is something crucial for your application or for your app ranks.
So, speaking of the changes in the algorithm, AppFigure's 2025 algorithm update guide highlighted that some specific ranking factors which have changed. Things like how Apple now weighs user engagement metrics differently, which we've already covered a little bit, or how they're treating keyword relevance versus user satisfaction signals. So, based on your real world experience with Keyapp's campaigns, which of these documented changes have you actually seen play out in your clients' results? And here's what I'm really curious about. Are there algorithm behaviors you've observed that maybe the industry reports haven't caught on to yet? So, sometimes the practitioners see patterns before the data analysts do. So, what's your take on that?
So what we can tell for sure that the algorithm has definitely changed and it's been very noticeable. Like everyone working with Apple noticed these changes on their apps. Like some apps saw a clear boost in rankings with no reasons, while others dropped with no reasons as well. And of course, the search list for some keywords for some applications was also frozen. So all these things actually show that we face the algorithm change, and maybe in the future the Apple algorithm will be not so straight as it is for now. Like also there are some rumors that, for example, App Store started to index the keywords mentioned on the screenshots. Like Google does it already for a so long period of time, and for them it really works when you add the keyword to the screenshot and the application starts to appear in the search list for this keyword. Like there are rumors that on Apple now it works the same way. I cannot tell for sure that it's true, although I have seen some like examples and so on, but still I do not have some detailed information from our experience that it really works. But anyway, even with such rumors, with all the changes, we should keep in mind that Apple may be changed in the future as well. Like Google is changing a lot. They implement artificial intelligence, some AI assistants for the search, and so on. And the same way, most probably, like the Apple can be developed by the company as well. So all these things about engagement, about retention, about metrics, about the indexation may be true in the nearest future on App Store. So that's needed to be prepared. Like with the screenshots, you can already now like revise your strategy of visual App Store optimization and some the most needed, the most valuable keywords to your visuals. And of course, like on Worldwide Developers Conference, Apple released so many updates. Like some of them were discussed today already, like tags, like natural language. They also implemented keyword targeted custom product pages. So, if to be honest, that was a kind of the biggest set of updates for App Store optimization during last years. And of course, all these updates may influence both App Store optimization and may influence keyword promotion. That's why for us it's crucial to follow all the changes and actually to be able to, first of all, inform our clients and then to react fast to all the changes so the keyword installers could still give the same result in the ranks increase.
So that was super insightful. And I can say for sure that this proves that you're sitting on probably one of the richest data sets about app promotion performance across multiple channels and markets, which is why you have such rich knowledge. So, how do you use that data to make strategic decisions at Keyapp? Could you predict which combination of ASO and keyword promotion strategies will work best for a specific app category? Or are there patterns you've discovered in your decade of experience that guide your recommendations? So, like, what insights does your data reveal that other platforms might be missing?
So, first of all, it's true that having access to years of campaigns data across so many apps, so many categories and regions really changes how we make decisions when we build the promotion strategy for our clients, for example. We are not just guessing which strategy might work, like, we can actually see patterns backed by thousands of campaigns. So, for example, we can compare how the same keyword behaves in different regions or how certain category responds to keyword promotion. Like over time, you start noticing some trends, some patterns, like apps in the United States needing longer, more sustainable campaigns, while certain apps in emerging markets can climb faster to top positions using like high volume pushes. And we also look at the relationship between search volume, keyword competition, and the conversion rate the keyword can provide. Like two keywords might have similar search volume, similar popularity provided by App Store optimization services, but if one consistently converts better across different apps in the same category, we will prioritize that one. That's kind of the insights you can actually notice only working with the keywords in real time, like with some real cases. And I will be honest, sometimes the data surprises. Like we may see that mid volume, highly relevant long tail keywords bring in more installs than some top volume generic keywords, just because the audience is more qualified and the audience is more like relevant for the application, because the search request itself is more precise. These are the kinds of wins we look for, because in such cases, we can tell the client that skip the fighting for this one keyword and try to promote these three keywords instead. And you can tell that these three keywords you will take to promotion will bring actual users. So, of course, we do understand that all other platforms can give some data, some statistics regarding the keywords popularity, but on our side, we have all the possibility to check the real situation with the keywords. And actually, we built the promotion strategy based on this. And of course, there are sometimes situations when client doesn't know which keyword they would like to promote. They just would like to attract organic users, but we need to decide on the keywords. And from our perspective, we can do the same process. Like we can check which keywords are the most converting ones in the particular category. So having all this access, of course, we make more data driven decisions.
Okay, so Elena, I got into like thinking that talking about user experience and strategy, I'm a little curious when you download apps personally. Are you the type who immediately analyzes the ASO strategy and keyword positioning, or can you just enjoy an app like maybe a normal person? Sorry. So, do you find yourself thinking, oh, they're clearly targeting these keywords or their conversion optimization is terrible? So, is there like that sort of a thought process going on when you are using or
Uh,
downloading apps?
if to be honest, being in ASO and keyword promotion for more than 5 years, I'm not a regular user anymore. Like, I go to the app page, but I check everything. Like, I check the keywords added to the title, to subtitle, to description. I check the latest reviews, the rating. Then I can switch like the region on my phone and check the rating in some other countries, because it's interesting for me like how such a popular application have the rating of 3.5. I would like to investigate. So I cannot tell that I just regular user enjoying the applications. Of course, when we are talking about the product itself, the application, I'm kind of regular users. I can tell advantages, disadvantages, but if we're talking about app listing and all the info about the application that there is on App Store or Google Play, I'm not a regular user. Sometimes I even can use our platform to check the positions of the application I downloaded in some other countries. So to understand if they occupy top positions, not only in Ukraine, but maybe in some other countries. So something like this.
That's really difficult for someone for whom you could be like a target audience. For them to promote their app to you, that could be
Yeah,
difficult.
that is difficult. I agree. But I
So,
download a lot of apps. Like really, I download a lot of apps.
okay.
I love mobile apps so much, so I'm
Mhm,
still an audience of the particular applications. But
mhm.
yeah, that's difficult.
But you're a difficult audience. Or
Yeah,
maybe an audience who should be first consulted before designing the strategy. That could be an interesting audience.
perfect. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yes, so let's jump to the last serious topic that we have. Looking at where app promotion is heading, especially with AI tools, changing how people discover and interact with apps. Where do you see the biggest opportunities for keyword based promotion and ASO? And conversely, what traditional app marketing tactics do you think might be less effective today? What should app developers be preparing for in the next 2 to 3 years? And how is Key App evolving to stay ahead of these changes?
So first of all, I really believe that the next few years are going to be really interesting for App Store optimization and keyword promotion due to all the algorithm changes we actually observed. Of course, artificial intelligence is already reshaping how people search for apps. Like we are moving from short, generic keywords to full natural language requests like we mentioned today, recommend me fitness app for home, something like this. That shift actually opens up huge opportunities because it rewards developers who understand the user intent and can target very specific needs instead of just chasing the broadest, most obvious keywords. So for promotion, it can be even an advantage because the competitiveness won't be so high at once for such long tail keywords. But anyway, I still believe we will work for so many years with high volume competitive keywords because anyway, that's a core and that's needed to be prepared to the fact that people like to share everything when they type something or are looking for something. So we do not like so long search requests. But of course, artificial intelligence is changing this because we, all of us, actually spent a lot of time communicating with Chat GPT and so on, other like artificial intelligences. So maybe this will be changed. Also, I say that we will see more personalization in the search list in app discovery on the market in general. Like the recommendations will get better at matching the right app to the right person at the right time, which means having strong keyword relevance and high engagement metrics will matter more than ever. And if the app consistently gets found for the right search request and users come to the application for this search request, of course the algorithm will see it. On the flip side, I think some old tactics may fade out, like blindly dumping budget into paid acquisition without building organic site. Of course, we do understand that paid acquisition is so important for all the marketing projects, if to be honest. And for app promotion, for app marketing, paid UI is so important as well. But it's needed to work in different ways. Like you build the paid acquisition, and at the same time, you build organic acquisition. And that's needed to keep in mind. And that's needed to remember even that paid acquisition may influence positively App Store optimization and keyword promotion because paid acquisition gives users who actually interact with the application, while App Store optimization and keyword promotion can make the paid user acquisition better, like with the visuals, with the product values and so on. And of course, for developers working in app marketing on Google Play, on App Store, maybe on some alternative stores, like the big takeaway is do not just optimize for the algorithm, but optimize for the person on the other end of the search. So that's needed to understand the user's behavior, and on other side, you need to understand the algorithm behavior. So it's a combination that cannot be separated. And of course, like clear value proposition, strong reviews, keyword strategy that fit the store and the market you work with will be a kind of winning combination. And at Keyapp, we already evolving for this shift. Like we are refining how we choose the keywords. We putting more emphasis on search intent of the users, and of course, we start actually, we use every day our campaigns data to understand when this shift is there, and when everyone starts to work with some other strategies and with some other keywords. So, goal for us is to make sure that our clients aren't just prepared for the next 2 3 years, but they are ahead of the curve when the changes arrive, and actually to be sure that we can do everything possible to be prepared for any changes and to
Right.
react really fast.
That's really interesting. So with your strategies, a fitness app should come on, like a relevant one should be there on top three when you search for fitness app, and also when you type I want to lose 10 pounds to fit into a dress within next 2 days. So please help me with the best app. So that
Yeah.
also you should
So
have relevant examples.
yeah.
Interesting. So all right, Elena. So let's wrap up with some rapid fire questions. These are going to be quick, instinctive answers.
Okay.
So ready?
Yeah. Let's go.
Yes. So first up, budget allocation $10, $10,000 monthly. Pure ASO or keyword promotion versus adding paid UA for indexation support. How do you split it?
I believe 50-50 because that should be a combination of different sources of traffic for sure.
Okay. And next, biggest mistake new apps make in their first promotion campaign.
Um, Targeting only top volume keywords. Uh, and one more, just not following the strategy according to the keyword and store you work with. I have two answers because there are a
Also
lot of,
lacking patience.
yeah, there are a lot of mistakes.
So, iOS versus Android, which platform has more stable keyword rankings?
iOS, Apple, like generally less like shifts of the search list, and in general, iOS is more stable regarding App Store, like as the market where they provide the applications.
Okay, and most overrated app marketing tactic everyone thinks is working.
Just pouring budget into Facebook ads, maybe that's for me because I'm
Okay.
about product work. So
Right.
you can attract qualitative users without the product and without
Hmm.
some tools.
Yes. So, and finally, if you could only track one metric for app success, what would that be?
I believe the app ranks in the search list, and then maybe the conversion rate from page view or from impression to download, because it shows the success of App Store optimization and keyword promotion.
Okay, so Elena, that was such an insightful and a wonderful conversation. Thank you so much for your time. You've given our audience like a master class in thinking about app growth from keyword first organic perspective.
Thank you
So,
so much.
and also, of course, like the depth of strategy behind effective ASO is clearly much more sophisticated than most people realize. I have realized so many things with our conversation. And finally, before we wrap up, where can people learn more about Keyapp's approach to keyword promotion and ASO? And what's the best way for app developers to get started if they want to focus on sustainable organic growth strategies through your platform?
So first of all, if you want to learn more about how we approach keyword promotion, which strategies we use, if you would like to get some case studies, of course, the first place is our website, is our platform, also our YouTube channel, and I believe my LinkedIn profile, as there we share some resources, case studies, and practical tips that demonstrate exactly how we help apps grow organically. So, developers can create a free account to explore our keyword tools, track rankings in any region, and test out the campaigns before going all in. And for everyone actually ready to focus on sustainable long term promotion, we make it easy to get started. You can just go to our website, create an account, and you will get automatically 50% off for your first order on our platform. So, in general, it's the simplest way to see the impact of keyword focused promotion on your app's ranking and organic downloads. But still, if there are maybe some questions, you can always also contact our support team so we can answer all the possible queries.
Perfect, Elena. That was wonderful. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people who'd need your support and guidance.
Thank you so much for having me today. That was perfect.
And that wraps up another episode of Tech Unplugged series. A big thank you to Elena Vedmedenko for joining us and sharing such practical and eye opening insights into ASO and app growth. So, if you found value in the conversation, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click on the bell icon. And of course, stay tuned for more inspiring stories and deep dives with the leaders shaping the future of tech. Got questions or thoughts? Drop them in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep building, keep growing, and stay unplugged.